Welcome back to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise here on Madden 25. In our last episode, we managed to get Season 2 off to a 2-0 start with a 31-14 victory over Chicago and a 1-point last-second win over our division rival, the Los Angeles Chargers. But today, we get to take on the Dallas Cowboys. They are still led by quarterback Dak Prescott, who is now an 80 overall. At running back is J.K. Dobbins at an 81. Over at wide receiver, they have CeeDee Lamb at a 96, and then a pretty big drop-off. They have a 76 overall rookie and Nicholas Weston as their wide receiver too. At tight end is going to be Jake Ferguson, who is an 81. Left tackle is a 76. Left guard is an 89. Center is a 77. Right guard is a 79. And right tackle is going to be a 73. And then over on defense, they have Donovan... Sure, man, a 76 overall. I don't want to try to say his last name. Right end's a 75. Defensive tackle is a 79. Outside linebacker is going to be a 99 overall Micah Parsons. I imagine I'll be saying his name a few times in this video. Middle linebacker is going to be a 75. Right outside linebacker is a 78. At corner, they have a 90 overall in Deron Bland, an 84 in Trayvon Diggs, and an 81 in Kaiir Elam. Free safety is a 77, and strong safety is a 75 overall rookie. I have already gone over how we have a 2-0 start this year, but just so you can see really how good we've been, so far we are 9th in offensive points per game and 8th in defensive points per game. But Dallas, more notably here, is 32nd in rushing yards per game at only 45.5. We now jump into the game where the rushing attack has already been seen because it got a loss of 2 and they face a 3rd and 12 from their own 23. Dak going downfield but finds his man for the first down. Later on in the drive, it shows a big gain on the field, but it also shows that Eric Stokes has recovered a fumble, so our offense is going to take over at the 35-yard line. And let's see what quarterback Michael Elliott has in store for us today. In only his 3rd NFL start, it's going to be a quick pass to Jack Bech for a gain of about 10 and the first down. He'll go back into shotgun for the next play. Another quick pass to the outside, another catch from Bech, and that's just going to be a gain of a yard to bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it appears that Elliott's going to line up under center. He will drop back and look for another pass. It's another quick throw, and this one finds Brock Bowers, and it will set up a 3rd and 7. Now another shotgun set for us, and Elliott will drop back, and he may be looking to go deep downfield, and he is, and it's intercepted, and Dallas is getting the ball right back. Tried to force that one through traffic. Obviously, it did not work out. Oh, and even better, that's their rookie safety that did that to us. The Cowboys, looking to take advantage of it, have driven down inside the red zone at the 16-yard line. Dak will look for a pass going over the middle. He finds CeeDee Lamb down to about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Dallas. Now here comes a 5-wide set for the Cowboys. Dak is all alone in the backfield. Can we please get some pressure on him? He's going to stand in the pocket and let this one go. Touchdown, Cowboys. They will go up 7-0. Oh, and an even cooler note on that one, that was their rookie receiver. So their rookies are going to be making plays all over the field. On our next drive, we'll jump into a 3rd and 13 as we try to avoid a 3 now. Elliott will drop back to pass, rolling to the outside, may take off, and will throw this one away. I feel like he could have just at least tried to run for it. We would obviously punt that ball away. Dallas comes out for a 3rd and 10 at the Raiders 36, and Dak will be looking to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to have to throw that one away, and they will settle for a long field goal. This will be about a 53-yard attempt for Dallas. The kick is away, and it will be good, giving them a 10-0 lead here in the first quarter. The Raiders face another possible 3 now on their next drive. It's a 3rd and 4 from the 36. A quick throw will find Deontay Robertson, the rookie receiver, for the first down. On the very next play, it would just be a 2-yard run from Ashton Jeanty, so now it's a 2nd and 8 from the 46 as Elliott will look to pass. He's going to let this one go. That'll be caught and set up a 3rd and 3. I believe it was Jack Bech. From the Cowboys' 49-yard line, can we keep this drive moving? Elliott out of shotgun will look to pass again, standing in the pocket, and he's just going to take off and get the easy first down here and slides out of the 42. That play would take us to the end of the first quarter, where obviously we are still down 10-0 starting the second. Handoff to Ashton Jeanty, and that's just going to be a gain of a couple yards to bring up a 2nd and 8. Elliott back in shotgun for the very next play. He's going to send a man in motion. I believe that's Jacoby Myers. He will drop back and look to pass. He's going to throw it to the outside. That's caught by Jeanty, who will get met and brought down, bringing up a 3rd and 4 at about the 36-yard line. Elliott out of a shotgun formation on the very next play will look to pass. He's under pressure, and there is Micah Parsons. Get to say his name for the first time today, and we'll punt it away. Thankfully, though, our defense was able to force a punt on Dallas, so now it's a 3rd and 1, and we're going to give this one to Jeanty, who goes up the middle for the first down, keeping this drive alive to about the 45-yard line. Out of a shotgun set, it's a 1st and 10. Jeanty is still in the backfield, and that's where we go with it. He goes up the middle, and we'll have another first down for the Raiders, this one to the Cowboys' 43. How about one more shotgun set for the Raiders here, as he will take the snap, and it's another handoff to Ashton, who goes up the middle, and this one's just going to be a gain of a couple yards to bring up a 2nd and 8, and now Michael Mayer is injured. That will move our 3rd-string tight end, Taysom Hill, up to be our backup tight end, and that's where we're going with it on his first play in at tight end to set up a 3rd and 3 at the 36. I more brought him in as a fullback, not really hoping he'd have to play tight end too much, but he doesn't do bad on that play. On 3rd down, Elliott will take the snap. There's a wide open Taysom Hill, but he doesn't take the throw and ends up throwing it away. He had Taysom Hill underneath, wide open. But instead, we get to settle for Daniel Carlson to at least finally get on the board today, hopefully for a 53-yard try, and it is good. However, it now appears the Cowboys are driving down inside the 15-yard line on 1st and 10. Dak under pressure, gets rid of it to the end zone, and just throws this one through the back. Dak back in a shotgun set will take the snap and looks to pass. He's going to be under pressure going to the end zone, and that one gets intercepted by Asante Samuel Jr. And now on a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with 2:23 to go. Let's see if our offense can actually move the ball downfield. It's a handoff to Ashton, who's going to go up the middle for a gain of just a couple yards to bring up a 2nd and 8 and probably take us down to the 2-minute warning. We now come out in a shotgun formation from the 22-yard line. He'll send what looks like Brock Bowers in motion. Elliott will drop back to pass. He's going to Bowers over the middle for the first down, and more Brock Bowers all the way down to the 38-yard line. And now we're going to run a no-huddle offense. About 1:35 to go here in the first half. As Elliott will drop back, he's loading up and wants to go deep downfield into double coverage, and somehow caught by Jakobi Meyers down to the 11-yard line. What in the hell just happened? Elliott just kind of said, screw it, he's down there somewhere, threw it up between 2 defenders. Jakobi Meyers somehow comes down with this one. That's an insane grab. We still elect to not burn a timeout, though. 1st and 10 from the 11 as Elliott will drop back to pass again, going to Taysom Hill on the outside, who will make the catch, brought down to the 4, and now we burn our first timeout. It will be another shotgun formation. A quick throw to the end zone, and he finds Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown Raiders. We'll tie this one up. And Jakobi, that is a well-deserved touchdown. We will now jump into the second half, where we will get the ball first. It's a 3rd and 9 from the 40. As Elliott will look and fire to the outside, but miss his man completely. Now, will we try for a long field goal? Yes, we will. This will be about a 57-yard attempt for kicker Daniel Carlson to try to give us a 3-point lead. Kick is away, and this one will be good. And here we will find out if our defense can get off the field. It's a 3rd and 6 from their own 45. Dak will drop back to pass. We're bringing a blitz. He gets rid of it to the outside, caught by his man, but Nakobe Dean forces him out. So we would get the ball, but now face a 3rd and 10 from our own 45 this time. Elliott out of a shotgun set under quick pressure, getting sacked on the play. No time to make a throw there. The Cowboys' next drive would take us into the 4th quarter, but unfortunately there was a 60-yard touchdown pass from Dak Prescott to Jalen Tolbert, and now they hold a 4-point lead. But I am not panicking. We have seen our quarterback lead a game-winning drive already in his young career. It's a 3rd and 7 from the 47. Trying to roll to the outside, and he's going to load up and throw this one deep downfield, but it gets knocked away. I really think you should have just taken off for the first down that time. This will be our chance to get the ball back to our offense, though. It's a 3rd and 17 from the 47. Dak under pressure, getting sacked on the play, and they will 100% have to punt this one away. So with 7:12 remaining in the game, Elliott will take the field from his own 21-yard line. We're going to come out with an I formation. It's going to be a play fake under pressure, but he gets rid of it, and that'll be caught for the first down. It's Jack Bech to about the 31. Now Elliott's going to line up under center. Ashton Jeanty is the running back here in the backfield. He takes the snap, gives it to Jeanty, who follows his blocks up the middle, breaks the tackle, and is brought down for a 7-yard carry. That will set up a 2nd and 3 now for the Raiders. Elliott lines up under center. Jeanty is still the running back in the backfield. Do we go to him on this play? Yes, we do. To the outside, trying to follow his blocks, and Ashton Jeanty sets up a 3rd and 1 at about the 40. And that will lead to a 5-wide set, apparently. And I think Parsons flinched, but they might get us for a false start because he did not come across. No, okay, they say that is a neutral zone infraction, which gives us the first down. I mean, I saw him flinch, but I didn't think he jumped the line. But now a 1st and 10. I'll take that. Going deep downfield and missing his man to bring up a 2nd and 10. Elliott back in a shotgun formation for the very next play. 5:22 remaining. He's going to look to pass. He's going to throw this one downfield. A wide open Jack Bech. That was blown coverage, definitely, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Michael Elliott going back under center this time. Ashton Jeanty is lined up in the backfield. Do we go to our running back on this play? No, we don't. It'll be a play fake. And he's going to let this one go downfield, and that is caught, I believe, by Taysom Hill down to the 6-yard line. Well, I was worried about him stepping in as our backup tight end, but so far it seems to be working. First and goal out of a shotgun set. Hill looks to pass, going to the end zone, and that's getting intercepted. Try to get that one to Deontay Robertson, and that looks like Damon Clark. Yeah, I have no idea to say your name. Either way, he comes away with a pick. We are going to jump a little bit ahead into the Cowboys' next drive. We have hit the 2-minute warning, and now this play will be a handoff for a gain of just a couple yards as we burn our first time out with 1:50 to go. So now they'll come out in shotgun, facing a 2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. See if they go back to the running back here, and they will. He tries to go to the outside, and he's finally going to get met and brought down to bring up a 3rd and 5 at about the 49. We have now burned our second timeout. But now Dak is coming out and looking like this is going to be a pass play. He will drop back. If they convert this, they pretty much seal the win. Dak will throw this one away. We get to save our final timeout, and they will punt. Let's see where Michael Elliott's going to get to take the field. The punt is going to be sent deep downfield. And we call for the fair catch, but it's going to bounce and then bounce out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So, Elliott, you have a pretty tough task ahead of you. We need to go 98 yards for the win here. He's had a pretty solid day aside from the 2 interceptions. That last one was obviously massive, though. But we need him to come up clutch here. On the first play of this final drive, it'll be a 1st and 10, and a quick throw to the outside will be caught by Jack Bech, and we're immediately out of danger from a safety, and he steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line, stopping the clock. That now leaves us with 1:31 to play here in the game. With a shotgun set again, Elliott will be looking to pass, obviously, pretty much on this entire drive, and that one's going to fall incomplete. That really looked like it could have been called defensive holding, but I'll be honest, I don't even know if that penalty is in this game. 2nd and 10, out of a shotgun set again. He'll drop back and fire this one underneath. That's caught by Robertson, who gets upfield and gets out of bounds, but there is a flag. What are they going to call here? Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. So we're going to get an automatic 15 yards out of that. I don't really see anything there, but whatever. That will move us all the way up to the 46-yard line with 1:21 remaining. Elliott will drop back and go over the middle again, caught by Robertson, who's brought down to the 49. Are we going to burn a timeout here? No, we will not. Just run the no-huddle offense. Down to 1:05 seconds. Elliott looking to pass. He's going to fire this deep over the middle. That's caught by Robertson, who's brought down at the 16-yard line with 1 minute to play in the game. But we have now let the clock run all the way down to about 30 seconds here out of a shotgun set. Elliott rolling to the outside, needs to get rid of it, lets it go, and it goes out of bounds with 27 seconds remaining. Michael Elliott back in a shotgun set again. Will take the snap and looking to pass. Rolling to the outside, trying to escape the pressure. Elliott's going to take off at the 10 and slide down to the 7-yard line. We burn our final timeout with 21 seconds to go. Now a 3rd and 1 from the 7. A 5-wide set for the Raiders. Elliott looking for a quick pass, most likely to the end zone, and he finds his man. Touchdown. I believe it was Jack Bech. It could have been Bowers. I didn't have enough time to see. But either way, we will take a 3-point lead with 18 seconds to go. It is Brock Bowers on the reception. Well, I say it was a 3-point lead. Let's make sure this extra point goes through. Kick is away, and it is good. So Dallas will have about 18 seconds with all 3 timeouts. Hopefully, we're able to burn a little bit more time on the kick return. It'll be sent deep, and it will go out of the landing zone, so they'll take the touchback to the 30-yard line. And now Dak Prescott will take the field. Dak on the first play will take the snap. A quick throw will be caught by his rookie receiver, who breaks the tackle and is brought down to the 37, and they'll burn that first timeout. 12 seconds remaining in the game. Dak back in shotgun again. 2nd and 3. He'll take the snap and looks to pass. And he's going to get under pressure, go to the outside, caught by his man. He breaks one tackle and then gets out of bounds with 5 seconds remaining. I don't really think you have a chance to get into field goal range here, so I don't really know why you're showing it. With only 5 seconds to go, this might be the final play of the game. Dak back in shotgun from the 46-yard line. Just going to heave this one up and pray for the best here. He's going to let this one go, and it will be knocked around the sideline and fall incomplete. For the second game in a row, our rookie quarterback comes in and leads a game-winning drive in the final seconds. Granted, he made it a little bit harder on himself by throwing a pick on the drive before that, but he does pick up the win, coming in clutch on our final drive of the game. And he officially ends the day 25 of 39 for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. On the ground, Ashton Jeanty got 65 yards on 16 carries. And a receiving, Bech 5 for 65, Brock Bowers 5 for 45 and a score, and Jakobi Meyers 4 for 75 and a touchdown. That was a massive catch there at the end of the first half, and then he caps it off with a touchdown. Really solid day from pretty much all of our main receivers. And it looks like Eric Stokes actually led our team in tackles today with a total of 10 in sacks. Max Crosby got 1, and Zadarius Smith got 1. And we got 1 interception from Asante Samuel Jr. And with the final score, that interception was very, very crucial. But I am not going to say that Dak Prescott had a bad game. 28 of 38 for 410 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. On the ground, J.K. Dobbins got 39 yards on 11 carries. And then receiving, Nick Weston 8 for 100 yards and a score. Jake Ferguson 7 for 94. And Jalen Tolbert 4 for 100 and a score. Before we move on to our next game, I do want to go over that we know Deontay Robertson is now a star dev trait. And we should know Westbrooks by the end of this next game because he only needs 15 more plays. And then our quarterback, Michael Elliott, is really close as well here. He only needs about 9 more plays, and then we'll know his dev trait as well. We will also be dealing with an injury in the next few games as Michael Mayer has a dislocated elbow and is going to miss the next 3 games of the season. I am not going to go sign a new tight end unless we get another injury. So if Brock Bowers or Taysom Hill goes down, we'll sign another one. But for right now, we're just going to roll with 2. But that now takes us into our next opponent. In week 4, we get to host the Philadelphia Eagles, who are so far 2-1 on the season. They are going to be led by a 90 overall in Jalen Hurts. At running back is a 95 in Saquon Barkley. Over at wide receiver, a 95 A.J. Brown, an 89 Devontae Smith, and a 76 overall Jahan Dotson. Obviously, this team is very good. At tight end, they have an 87 overall in Dallas Goedert. Left tackle is a 95 overall in Jordan Mailata. Left guard's an 89. Center is a 76. Right guard's a 74 overall rookie. And right tackle will be a 72 overall Cam Williams out of Texas. Then over at defensive end, they have Jalen Carter at an 89 overall. Right end is going to be Josh Uche at a 75. Defensive tackle is Jordan Davis at an 80. And then over at outside linebacker, they have Nolan Smith at an 81. Middle linebacker is going to be Zach Bond at an 89. Right outside linebacker is Azeez Ojulari at a 74. At corner, they have Quinyon Mitchell at an 88 and Cooper DeJean at an 86. Free safety is Reed Blankenship with an 81. And strong safety is going to be Julian Blackman with an 82. Before we go into this game, you can see how we match up against this team. And obviously, some of our rankings went down because we didn't have the best offensive performance last game. But Philadelphia's offense is apparently still insane, 34.6 points per game, and they're first in rushing yards per game with 146.3. We will jump into our first drive of the game. Our defense would force a 3-down simulation, and then we drove all the way down to the 16-yard line here, running a play fake, and Elliott going to the end zone here will get intercepted by, I believe, Cooper DeJean. Tried to force that one over him to Brock Bowers, and it does not pay off, as the Eagles will now get a turnover. I promise we will watch some of the defense today, but they force another 3-and-out. We get the ball back and are driven down to the 25. And now on 2nd and inches, throwing on the run, he'll find Jack Bech to set up a 1st and goal at about the 9-yard line. Elliott back in a shotgun set again. Ashton Jeanty is lined up in the backfield this time. And we will give it to the star running back who goes up the middle. There is a flag as he is met and brought down to the 4. But I imagine this is going to be a holding call, so we're going to move back a bit. They move us back to the 16-yard line for this 1st and goal. We come back out in shotgun. We will send Brock Bowers in motion and then send him right back. Elliott will take the snap and look to pass going to Brock Bowers, and he will get met and brought down to the 9-yard line. So we're right about where we started before that holding call. That will set up a 2nd and goal. Elliott out of shotgun, looking to pass, run to the outside, throws on the run, and just throws this one away, even though I think he could outrun that entire defensive line. So now it's a 3rd and goal for the Raiders. Elliott back in shotgun. Jeanty still in the backfield. We're going to send Jakobi Meyers in motion. He takes the snap and looks to pass. Staying in the pocket. He has room to run or all day to throw. He'll finally take off and dive into the end zone, taking on Zach Bond, but he is in. Touchdown Raiders. We'll go up 7-0. Well, I told you we would watch some of the defense. They have a 3rd and 19 here, a possible 3 and out. It's going to be a screen to the outside, caught by Jahan Dotson, who is going to get met and brought down. So another 3 and out by our defense. On our next drive, it's a 3rd and 3. Here in the second quarter, it's a quick throw caught by Ashton, Jeanty, and he will not get the first down. In fact, he lost a few yards. Brings up a 4th and 7 where we will send out our kicker, Daniel Carlson. But in the first quarter, our defense held Philadelphia without a single first down, which is really impressive considering their ratings, but that kick is going to be no good. Let's see if we can keep them without a first down still. 3rd and 10 from the 43. He sends a man in motion. Hurts will take the snap under quick pressure, throws on the run, caught by his man, and that will be a first down. That play does move them into Raiders territory here, the 46-yard line. Hurts will take the snap and looks to pass, going over the middle and finding a wide open Dallas Goedert down to the 35-yard line. Well, no first downs in the entire first quarter, and now back-to-back first downs. Back in his shotgun set again, he'll take the snap, but they give this one to Saquon, who goes to the outside and is met and brought down for just a 3-yard carry. From the 32-yard line, Jalen's back in shotgun again, will take the snap, and a handoff to Saquon Barkley again, who will get met and brought down, this time to bring up a 3rd and 4. They come out in a shotgun set for the 3rd down. It's going to be a screen to the outside, but Jalen misses Saquon, and they will have to settle for a field goal. Jake Elliott will come out for about a 45-yard try to at least get them on the board here today. Finally, the kick is away, and it will be good. We would once again stall for a field goal on our next drive. The kick is away, and it is good, so we make it 10-3. We get our 7-point lead right back. But now with a minute to go here in the first half, Philadelphia has driven down to the 28-yard line. They do have all 3 timeouts still. Jalen will look to pass. He's under pressure, throws to the outside, and that bounces off of Barkley to bring up a 2nd and 10. That will now bring up a pistol formation for Philadelphia. It looks like Saquon's still in the backfield as they motion him out wide now. Jalen will take the snap and look to pass. And he's going to let this one go to the outside. That'll be caught for the first down to the 16-yard line as they burn their first timeout. Now it's going to be a 5-wide set for Philadelphia. Jalen is the only one in the backfield. Will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to throw this one downfield. That'll be caught by Devontae Smith, and he gets all the way down to the 5-yard line as they burn their 2nd timeout. Attempting to tie this one up before halftime. It's a 1st and goal out of a shotgun set. He'll take the snap and look to pass. Rolling to the outside, throws on the run, and that's A.J. Brown completely uncovered. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Oh, but hold on. Right before halftime, we have gotten into Eagles territory. We still have 1 timeout to use as he's going downfield and gets intercepted by Cooper DeJean for a 2nd time today. All right, maybe we shouldn't have jumped in. We do get the ball here to start the second half, though. It's a 3rd and 5 from the 49. Out of a shotgun set, he'll take the snap and looks to pass under pressure, and he's getting sacked on the play, and we'll punt it away to the Eagles. But our defense might be able to force a punt anyway. 3rd and 13 from the 25-yard line. Trying to avoid a 3 and out. Jalen will drop back. He's under pressure from Max Crosby. Rolling to the outside. He will take off up the sideline, and Jalen Hurts will not get there. We stopped them a yard short. And thankfully, the tush push is not in Madden. Otherwise, I feel like they really would have gone for it. And on a 3rd and inches, did they just jump off sides on us? Yes, they did. So thank you, Jordan Davis, for the automatic first down. 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll drop back and look to pass. Going over the middle and not finding his man. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's going to send Brock Bowers in motion. He'll take the snap and look to pass. Dropping farther back. He's going to let this one go to a wide open Jack Bech down to the 24-yard line. The very next play would just be a 2-yard run by Ashton Jeanty. So now on 2nd and 8, we come back out and Taysom Hill's lined up at fullback. We fake it to Ashton Jeanty this time as he lets it go. And that is an offensive lineman getting that catch down to make it a 3rd and 1. Now on the next play, we give it to Ashton Jeanty up the middle for the easy first down to about the 10-yard line. Just in case you were curious, that was backup tackle Charles Grant making that reception before the run. Now on 1st and 10, a quick throw downfield will be caught to make it a 2nd and 3 from about the 3 by Deontay Robertson. I don't agree with the formation, but it will be a shotgun set as Elliott will look to pass, rolling to the outside, and now finally lets this one go, and it's a jump ball that he finds Jack Bech. Touchdown Raiders. We will go up by 7. And then thanks to back-to-back sacks in simulation, they face a 3rd and 20 from their own 20. Jalen will drop back. It's going to be a quick pass. It's caught by A.J. Brown, but he'll be met and brought down, so they will punt the ball away again on a 4th and 8. But now we will go into the final quarter of this game, where it's a 3rd and 7. Elliott standing in the end zone. Will let this one go, caught by Jacoby Myers, but will not be a first down, and now we have to punt it back to Philadelphia. And the Eagles would respond by driving all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 out of a 5-wide set. Jalen will take the snap, driving farther back, going over the middle, and that gets deflected away by Eric Stokes. That will now set up a 2nd and 10 from about the 15-yard line. Jalen from under center will hand this one to Saquon Barkley to the outside, and he'll get met and brought down, so they will face a 3rd and 8 at about the 14-yard line, and Jalen's going to come out under center to do it. Saquon Barkley still in the backfield. See if they try to run the ball, though I highly doubt it. He'll take the snap, and it will be a handoff to Barkley, and he'll get brought down. So they now face a 4th and 5 at about the 10-yard line, and I would imagine that's just going to bring on Jake Elliott. And no, all right, I figured they would take the 4-point deficit. No, they're going to go for it and try to tie this game up. And did we just jump off sides? Are you kidding me? Please don't tell me that's what we did. No, it's a false start on Philadelphia. So that's actually going to move it back enough to where they will finally send out Jake Elliott. They're not going to go for it on a 4th and 10. They take the snap, kick us away, and it's now a 4-point game. We will face a 3rd and 2 on our next drive. And did Jordan Davis just jump off sides to give us the 1st down again? Yes, he did. All right, 2nd time that has happened today on him. We don't even have to worry about getting the 1st down here. Now we get to chew away at the clock, and that's going to be incomplete. Tried a screen pass that obviously did not pan out. Now on a 2nd and 10. Elliott's going to go back under center this time. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield, but Elliott will look to pass. He's going to let this one go as he finds Brock Bowers up the sideline for the 1st down all the way to the Philadelphia 36. Now it'll be a shotgun formation again. Jeanty is lined up in the backfield as Elliott will look to pass. Standing in the pocket. He's going to throw this to the outside, and that's tipped around and falls incomplete finally. And there appears to be an injury on Philadelphia with 8:40 remaining here in regulation. He's back in his shotgun set. He'll take the snap and roll to the outside. He's going to throw this one away, but it gets intercepted off of that. Nolan Smith will get to walk into the end zone, and Philadelphia is going to take a 3-point lead. Tried to get rid of it. It fell right into Nolan Smith's hands, and that is just unfortunate. Let's see if our rookie quarterback can shake off his 3rd interception of the day. He has already driven us down to the 46-yard line, and that play is going nowhere. They ruled a loss of 1. That brings up a 2nd and 11 now. From about the 48-yard line, it'll be a pistol set, and Elliott will go over the middle, caught by Taysom Hill. That was going to set up a 3rd and 5 at about the 42. With Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. He takes the snap and looks to pass. Rolling to the outside, he's going to let this one go, and that'll be a diving deflection, I believe. So it brings up a 4th and 5, and we are just going to punt this ball away and count on our defense here. I really don't like the situation we are putting ourselves in, but the punt will be sent deep, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 16. Can our defense come up big for us here? They come out with a 5-wide set to start the drive as Jalen will take the snap. A quick throw will be caught by Jahan Dotson, who gets a gain of 7 to bring up a 2nd and 3. Now Jalen back in a shotgun set again. Saquon Barkley is lined up in the backfield. Do they go to the running back here? Apparently not, as they're going to send him out to play receiver on this play. Jalen will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to fire over the middle, caught by Saquon Barkley, so they do go to the running back for the easy 1st down. That moves them all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now on 1st and 10, Jalen back in shotgun. Will take the snap and look to pass again. He's going to throw this to the outside. That'll be caught, and that's Dallas Goedert for a gain of about 9 yards. With 3:04 remaining, they face a 2nd and 1 out of an I formation. Handoff to Saquon Barkley, and he has the 1st down and more into Raiders territory, brought down to the 45. We are officially under 2.5 minutes to play in this game. Jalen Hurts back in shotgun. Saquon's in the backfield. They do go to him, to the outside. Great blocking from the Eagles as he gets a 9-yard carry. That'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. We are going to need something massive to happen. 2nd and 1 from the 36. It'll be a handoff to the outside. And they get the 1st down of the sideline, brought down to the 27-yard line. We have burned our 1st timeout with 1:55. Jalen comes out with 3 other people in the backfield. Now he's going to motion one of them out. Saquon is the running back. I imagine that's where this ball is going, and it is. He goes up the middle and is brought down for a 5-yard carry as we have now burned our 2nd timeout. I imagine this ball is going to Saquon as well, and it is. Who goes to the outside? He is met and brought down to bring up a 3rd and 5, and we have burned our final timeout. They are now going to line up in a shotgun set. If they get a 1st down, it is pretty much game over. But if we get a stop here, they would kick a field goal, and our offense would have a chance. And it looks like it will be a pass as he's sending Saquon Barkley out wide. He drops back and looks to go downfield and finds a wide open Dallas Goedert breaking tackles. And that is going to wrap this one up. We are officially handed our first loss on the season, and it was super unfortunate. It happened really because 3 interceptions from our quarterback, one right before halftime where we could have gotten to field goal range. The first one, I believe, of the game that we saw was actually the first play we were jumping in on when he got picked off by Cooper DeJean the first time, then the one before halftime, and then finally the one where he was trying to get rid of it and it just falls into the hands of Nolan Smith. Philadelphia takes the lead and never gives it back. It was a hard-fought game, but unfortunately we do suffer our first loss of season 2. Our rookie goes 27 of 39 for 330 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. At the end of the day, you have to take care of the ball if you're the quarterback. Running, Ashton Jeanty got 73 yards on 18 carries. Michael Elliott also ran in for a touchdown. And receiving, I would say our best one today was Deontay Robertson, 5 for 87, but Jack Bech was the only one to catch a touchdown. It would appear the leading tackler is a 3-way tie between Landon Roberts, Eric Stokes, and Jeremy Chin, who all came away with 6. And then Max Crosby got 2 sacks, Christian Wilkins got 1, interceptions, we got 0 today. Jalen Hurts did not have a pretty game, but thanks to the pick 6, it was enough to get the win, 17 of 29 for 173 yards and a score. Saquon Barkley, 56 yards on 12 carries, and then their best receiver was probably A.J. Brown, 4 for 34, Devontae Smith, 3 for 53, also had a pretty solid day. A.J. Brown was the only one to find the end zone, though. We look to put that loss behind us as we now move on to Week 5, where we will get to jump in and play the Denver Broncos, who are also 3-1 on the season, but that is going to be in the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you next time.